Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Parkside Merchant channel. We've got another mail opening video here today. Looking forward to a couple of exciting items that we've been waiting a while for. We'll go ahead and dive right in. For folks that are new to the channel, we do a lot of vintage Yu-Gi-Oh related collecting and investing topics, and we do a lot of mail openings on this channel as well. So just a quick word on today's giveaway. So the giveaway item will be a first edition near mint copy of Jigen Bakudan from Magic Ruler. It's a short print card. So in order to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. So let's go ahead and dive in here. As you can see, we've got a couple of big boxes. We've got a couple of these kind of smaller envelope-y looking things that we'll go through. I think we'll probably start with the smaller stuff and then kind of work our way into the bigger boxes here, if that makes sense. So let's just kind of start off here with this envelope. We've got something here from La Mesa, California. Feels kind of like it could be a graded card in here, or it could just be a very well packaged couple of raw cards. I don't actually know or recall. So let's just go ahead and crack this open here. I think we're going to go at it from this end today. Oh yeah, this is definitely a graded item. What do we think it is, folks? Oh, look at that. I can tell already what it is. And if you follow this channel, you're going to get a good laugh out of this, but it's another Gem Mint 10 copy of Garnicia Elephantis. This one, it's got some serious fade going on there. I don't know if you could see this. It might just be the lighting. Let me try and pull this up here a little bit. If you folks can see the stars on this one, you know, like the little stars there, are really funky looking. Yeah, I mean, looks pretty good. One of the concerns you always have is like if it's like a fake or something, you know, or a copycat card, but this looks like a pretty legit PSA case. It's just got some serious fade on it relative to some of the others that I've seen. Could just be, yeah. Well, in any case, it's a cool card. I always enjoy picking up first edition copies of this one. Not a lot of demand out there for this, so it's pretty easy to pick these up, which is nice. So cool. That's a good pickup. That's number one here. So put this stuff to the side. Okay. Let's see what we want to take on next here. I kind of think I want to go into this one next. This is another international package. This one I think came from Australia. And it made it here pretty fast, to be honest. So that was kind of fun. Usually the international stuff just takes forever, but this one got here pretty quick. All right, I think we're going to open it. Let's see. Let me try this. Yep, that's going to be the way to do it. Good. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, good. A couple more graded cards. Let's see. So the first on deck here is this is a Gem Mint 10 copy of the Blade Knight from the Collector 10 number 1. If you follow this channel, you know that I've been working pretty hard actually to get all these cards in 10s. And I'm pretty close now because I've got this guy here, the Blade Knight. I've got a couple of Insect Queens. And then I also have some other stuff here. I've got the Total Defense Shogun, I think in 10 already. Just like a bunch of these I already have. There's like one or two that I'm still working on, but cool. I mean, this looks good, right? No gimmicks. Gem Mint 10. I mean, look at that, folks. Isn't that funny? Check this out. Hang on. I'm going to pull the lamp over so that you can really see this. Okay, you may be able to see this, but it's got whitening right? Up there, see that? Can you see that little whitening there? Yeah. What's funny about that, folks, is, you know how people say like a PSA 10 doesn't necessarily have to be a perfect card? It can sometimes have a minor imperfection. Well, this is a classic example, right, of something that is a Gem Mint 10 first edition card. This is not like a reseal or anything like that. This is a real, legit PSA 10, but it's not perfect, right? PSA 10 doesn't have to be a perfect card, as you can see there, right? It does have some minor edge wear and corner damage up there on the upper right-hand side. So it's okay with me, right? I was interested mostly in the grade for this one. I have a 9 actually that probably looks better than this, to be honest, but so be it. You know, good purchase. I'm okay with this. The other one here, just so you guys can see, I did get another copy of the Obnoxious Celtic Guardian from the CT1 Collector Tin 1 here. Same set as this little guy over here. It would be interesting, I guess, to see if there's like if these are all damaged to a degree. Yeah, actually, kind of. This one's also got the same issue a little bit, some edge wear up in the top right corner. So what do you guys think of that? I mean, pretty interesting, right? I mean, you usually would think for a PSA 10, they're pretty strict about that sort of stuff. And if there's even like the slightest issues with the edge wear or the corners, 8, 7, you know, they're just obnoxious sometimes, right? They'll give you a terrible grade for a card that's like otherwise just fine. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, folks. That's kind of a surprise to me that these guys were able to swing a 10. I've had a lot of cards that don't get a PSA 10 for a lot sillier reasons than that edge wear. So, okay, good. I'm happy with that purchase, I think. Let's move on to our next item. Okay, so this came in here from Memphis, Tennessee. Check that out, folks. Looks like it's already been inspected. Or maybe this is just like a resealed of a box, you know, like an old box this person had. And they just like repackaged something into the box, you know, like a lot of folks don't really want to pay for shipping supplies, so they just use old boxes, right? Which I understand. I do the same thing myself. Okay, let's just... Whoop. Okay, maybe do a quick slice along the top here, and then there it goes. Sorry for the loud noise there. I might mute the mic because that was kind of loud. Ooh, cool. I think I know what this is actually. Check it out, folks. Always got to keep that little doodad. This is a first edition copy of Starter Deck Pegasus, folks. This one, get a load of that. Let's check out the seal here. All right. Looks pretty good on this side. The seal on this one, guys, looks a lot better than the seal on the other one that I had that came in recently. So I guess I have kind of a higher degree of confidence that this one is authentic than the other one. And I'm just like peering into the box. And it does look pretty legit in there, to be honest. I can see all the packaging, you know, like all the plastic that's around the relinquished copy in there. So I think I'm pretty confident that this one's legit. But you never know, right? I mean, somebody could have been very clever used all kinds of glue and stuff to reseal the bottom, done like a very surgical removal of all the contents, and then just stuck like a decent looking unlimited copy of Relinquished in the front and then resealed it, right? Not rocket science. A total novice could probably pull it off if they're really careful. And the problem is, like, I'm not a huge expert on this stuff. I've said on my channel before, I don't buy a lot of sealed product because I'm always worried about getting scammed. And I don't really know all the telltale signs to look out for that would suggest, dude, you're being scammed, right? I'm not that into the weeds on how to detect a counterfeit or a reseal or all that stuff. But I mean, the logos and things are all pretty easy to read. Nothing looks super gimmicky or reprinted. I mean, I've seen a lot of the fake stuff that comes out of like China and elsewhere where they reprint things. This looks pretty good. It doesn't look like a reprint. So, you know, it's cool. I enjoy buying sealed product if I feel somewhat confident that it's real. But that's just it, right? It's like there's a very high degree of probability that you're getting scammed somehow. And what's nice about the starter deck is it's far less of a high ticket item than the boxes, and you're less likely to have people like, you know, scaling them out, pulling out all the good stuff and then sealing it up again and all that crap that you have to worry about. So that's kind of why I prefer the starter decks if I'm going to go the sealed route, because these are small potatoes relative to a first edition LOB box, which is going to be rife with gimmicks and scams and scales and reseals and counterfeits. Who's going to bother to counterfeit or reseal whatever this was, like $250? I mean, you may as well just, I don't know. I mean, it seems like a lot of effort to go through for some pretty low return, in my opinion. So that's a good purchase. Let's move on to our last box here. Okay, folks. Now this thing here, I don't actually think this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe. This might be a different type of collectible, but I don't know for sure, so we're going to find out. Feels heavy, whatever this is. So what did folks think about that starter deck? Did that look authentic to you? Look legit? Let me know in the comments. Some of you are much better experts on the counterfeit detection stuff than I am, or like a reseal or whatever. I do my best, right? You can only do your best with the knowledge that you have. Wow, this thing is really, really sealed up. Okay. So, I think what we have in this box is wow, this is big, folks. Check this out, guys. So, and it's so heavy, folks. This thing must weigh like 2 pounds. Look at all that bubble wrap. Wow. Get a load of this, folks. This is a bottle of Heinz tomato ketchup, sealed. As you can see at the top, it is a sealed bottle of ketchup that expired in the 1960s. And for those of you that follow my channel, I'm probably going to be doing some videos about this topic soon. But I have another bottle, actually, from the 1970s that expired, that's sealed. I just happened to have it. And I saw this on eBay for what I thought was a pretty reasonable price to pay for something that's been expired for over 50 years. And look, I mean, as you guys know, right, my channel's mostly about trading cards as collectibles. I dabble in some other stuff. This is an example of something that I feel like has value, folks. I mean, it's a vintage food item. There's a lot of YouTubers that like eat vintage food on YouTube. I would never want to eat this or drink this, but if there's a market for things that are old, that are vintage, that are highly culturally significant, I believe that Heinz ketchup certainly falls into that category to a degree. Especially because it's sealed, right? It's like, this is a sealed bottle of ketchup from the 1960s. I mean, not a lot of that exists, in my opinion. And it's just a cool thing to me. So you're going to see probably a video or two that I will do about my ketchup bottles. This guy may or may not get airtime in that video. We'll have to see. I have to decide when I'm going to air it or what the content will be exactly. But okay, so let's do a quick recap here on what we pulled from the mail. We have our starter deck Pegasus. We've got our vintage bottle of ketchup. And then we've also got the obnoxious Celtic Guardian here in PSA 10. We have a Blade Knight there in PSA 10. And then we have this Garnicia Elephantis with some kind of weird fade going on there on its stars that's also a PSA 10. So lots of good pickups. Feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe. As always, appreciate your time and support, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again.